Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Best lighting I could find, and I thought, like, why not? Let's change it up, change the scenery for you guys. Yeah, even though my house like low-key looks like a mess in the background, what else is new, honestly? So this video, I just want to let you guys know I love doing story times, honestly. Like, I really do love telling stories. It's like my favorite thing to do on my channel. And I don't want you guys to think I'm just doing stories and doing stories and doing stories, like, and I'm just gonna continue to do that and not do like regular content, unique content, diet content, or that I'm just gonna like only do stories now, because I have done quite a few in a row and more recently in the last few months that I've been doing. This is like my last story time probably for the next few videos, maybe for the month, and I'm definitely gonna have like changed up content. So I want you to enjoy this. I didn't plan on filming this video because I didn't think it was going to happen. I had told you guys I was gonna film a hard summer get ready with me and a hard summer vlog, but I actually really didn't get to vlog hard summer, and I'm going to kind of explain to you why in this story time. This video is going to be me telling you a story time of what happened last weekend at hard summer that pretty much was awful. It was probably the worst thing that has ever happened to me at a festival. I've had bad festival days, but this pretty much topped it because it did have to do like with my relationship and things like that, and it was rough. So I did not think I was gonna tell a story like this, but I genuinely don't even know. I just thought I'd kind of talk to you guys about why I didn't vlog my last festival when I had every intention to. Yeah, okay, let's just get into the story. Okay, so this happened last weekend at hard summer. This was hard summer day 1. It was August 3rd. So me and Sebastian had woken up on this day, and you know, we were going to get ready and we were gonna go down there to this Rave Wonderland meet and greet. We were gonna go meet our friends Aaron and Tori. You guys might know them. They're pretty like popular online, Aaron Doe and Tori D'Onofrio, and they were gonna be like our little festival squad, and it was gonna be so fun. So I woke up super excited, and my boyfriend woke up in a really bad mood, and that was like really weird to me because I was like, we're so excited to like go to hard summer, like we've been excited about this, it's an exciting day, it's rave day, why are you not excited? So he was just kind of in a bad mood, and immediately when my boyfriend is in a bad mood, I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this with your significant others, but like I kind of get in a bad mood and I kind of get like annoyed that they're in a bad mood, and it was just kind of like bad vibes this day, and it just like wasn't good vibes. Like that's all really I'm trying to get the point across, is like the vibes weren't there when they should have been, you know what I mean? I did my little get ready with me, I got ready, everything was fine, we kind of like made up, things were better. So here's the look, and I don't know which shoes to wear. I'm definitely leaning towards the Converse, and I'm actually pretty for sure I'm gonna do the Converse because I just got these and they're too nice to want to like get super dirty. But do you guys like it? The purple streaks in the hair really add something. I am definitely a fan. So we're gonna be on our way in a few minutes, and we're meeting Aaron and Tori at the Rave Wonderland meetup, and then we're just gonna like enjoy our day and have fun, and I'm gonna get a frozen margarita. That's like all I'm excited about right now, so. And we got in the car. We were supposed to get there on time to this Rave Wonderland meetup. I had posted about it to you guys. I had like talked about it so much. We were like driving, we're trying to get there. Tori and Aaron are about to be late to the meetup too, and I'm like, crap, we're gonna be late to this meetup. Things were just like not going very well thus far, you know, like we were running late, we were kind of like in a tiff that morning, but it was okay. So we finally get there exactly when the meetup ends. We literally park when the meetup ends. It is like 100+ degrees, and we get out of the car, and people are really nice actually. People were very nice at hard summer, but we go into the trunk and we get the Bombay that we had, and we just take some shots of Bombay. We're like, screw it, let's get the day started, let's go. A huge moral of this story is going to be that Bombay is crap. I've told you guys about Bombay so many times before. There was a video I made a few years ago called like I Almost Fought a Girl at a Party, and it was one of the most ridiculous videos I ever made, just talking about when I was crazy one time, you know? And guess what I was drinking all that night? Bombay Sapphire, okay? This is gin. So gin makes me crazy. Gin makes me angry. Gin makes me irritated. I don't know if any of you guys feel the same way. There's certain alcohols that make me feel a different way. So I didn't really realize it at this point. We're taking shots and shots and shots of Bombay in 100+ degree weather. I wasn't even thinking about how like just shit my mood was gonna go to, honestly. So I get a little lit off of Bombay, and at first I'm like, woo, like living my best life, let's go go in, let's go get our tickets. We had to wait in like this long ass line to get Sebastian's ticket at will call, and we get inside and we're about to go find Tori and Aaron. We find Tori and Aaron, everything's like fine at this point. They were just like drinking, we were like going to get drinks, but they're extremely expensive. They're about like 20-ish bucks per drink, depending on like how many shots you put in a drink, like if you want a double or a triple. I didn't really plan to spend money that day, especially not on drinks, so I was just kind of like, okay, here we go, spending $40 on 2 drinks, let me literally die. Day one, we were like all vibing, like enjoying ourselves, but like I could feel myself getting really tired. I had like no energy and I was getting like really annoyed. So this was actually a pretty cool part of this day. I got to take me and 3 friends. That's always how it is for each festival, so it was perfect because there was 3 friends that I had, and we got to go in the Passport Lounge. And the Passport Lounge is like that special, you know, thing where you get to pay $20 for your tickets. You pay a certain amount a month and you pay $20 a ticket. But if you are lucky enough to get chosen to be a Passport member, you get special entrance lines, you get to go to the Passport Lounge, you get to meet the owner, like you get to do the most. And so it's like this really, really cool perk. So I take them in there. So we're waiting in line to get drinks, and I'm like telling her how stoked I am for my favorite DJs at the end of the day, and I'm just like so ready to go hard and just get lit and get turned, and I'm just like telling them how excited I am. Long story freaking short, we're in the line, we're all talking, I'm about to get my last drink of the day pretty much, and then Sebastian like comes to me and he looks at me and like he has this look on his face, and he jokes with me a lot though, so I didn't know if he was serious or not. He did something that he's done. Just let me keep this vague, okay? He's done something that he's done at a previous festival multiple times on day one that is just really bad. It's like an expensive loss, it's a bad loss, and he lost something that we needed that was very important. Sebastian had lost something for the 2nd time on like the same day one of a festival. So Sebastian lost our stuff. And I was just like, okay. So I'm coming down off Bombay. These $20 drinks are not hitting me. I'm trying to stay uplifted. I'm trying to stay happy, but it's like 105 degrees outside. I'm already in a shit mood because of literally the Bombay. Like, it's always the Bombay that makes me like a crazy psycho bitch. I don't know what it is. And so I'm just like, and I got pretty infuriated because it happened again. Like, if it was the first time, I don't think I'd be as infuriated, but since it happened again, I was pretty upset. And so I'm kind of getting upset. Aaron and Tori are so nice. They buy us 2 drinks, and I'm drinking this margarita, and it's making me a little bit lit, but I'm telling you, like, when you're in that hot of sun, like, you are literally just losing your drunk so quickly, and you're spending so much money. I spent over $120 on drinks for myself this day and barely kept my drunk. So it's either the drinks aren't strong, you're getting gypped AF, or like the heat is just too much. So I'm in a pretty crap mood, and he's apologizing. He's like, I'm so sorry, I know I've done this before, I know I always lose everything, I know I'm clumsy, I know I do this and that, I'm so sorry. And I'm just like, ugh. And I'm just not in the mood to like accept his apology. I'm just like, honestly not accepting it, whatever. So he apologizes for like the 3rd time, and that's the thing about Seb and like mine and his relationship is I like to say had because I'm working on it, a really bad attitude, and I have a hard time like getting over things. Like, I like to hold on to like my anger, and I hate that. I'm trying to like stop that, and he like wants to like pull me back in and like apologize and like make sure I'm okay, and sometimes I just need my space. But I totally understand why he doesn't like get that sometimes, and he kind of handles things differently. And so he's like apologizing and Aaron's trying to like talk him down, like, she'll get over it, don't worry, and like Tori's talking to me, and like I'm just blowing this out of proportion, like out of proportion. Like, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day what the hell we lost, what happened, what his mistake was. It was a mistake, and he didn't mean to do it, and he was trying to apologize to me, but I was not having it. Like, I have pictures of me that Sebastian was like trying to take of me and Tori, and I'm just like rolling my eyes, like looking out into the distance, like so upset, you guys. Like, the most upset I've ever been for literally no reason, because I drank way too much Bombay in like 2 minutes. I literally like downed so many shots. I'm just like giving him mad attitude, and he's like starting to get a little upset because he keeps apologizing to me, so he's just getting like more and more apologetic, and I won't really accept it. I'll be like, I accept your apology, like it's fine, like it's all good, but like I really hadn't yet, you know what I mean? So the day kind of goes on. I'm trying to like be fine and like get out of this weird irritated mood I was in. Like, I could not get out of this bad mood. Literally, like, I don't know why, but it's also like really hot, and you just don't want to leave the shady areas artist to go listen to music. It was pretty much 6 or 7 o'clock. I think it was like 6 o'clock when we went to go get food, and we hadn't even seen one set yet. I had not seen one artist. These tickets are like $200+. Seb's ticket was, obviously mine was like $20, but I do pay a monthly fee. So I just wasn't really feeling like I was getting anything out of this at all. I was like, okay, this is terrible. Like, I didn't go to the meetup. We lost a bunch of our stuff. We haven't even seen one set. It's super hot. I've spent over $120 on drinks and I'm not drunk. Just know it had nothing to do with the people. It had everything to do with like the circumstances. We go in this line for food and I buy myself some french fries. I don't usually eat at festivals. The food's really expensive. Sometimes it makes me sick and I usually just don't need to. I wasn't even planning to buy food or anything like that, but I'm like sitting there at 6 o'clock, haven't seen a set, like eating fries, trying to make up with Seb, trying to be nice. Just a little side note, it took an hour to get our food. I also forgot to add that the merchant that I bought this from at the rave actually got my card locked. I don't know why, but after I bought from them, I found out that they shut my card off and they didn't let me buy anything. So the next day when I tried to buy a bunch of stuff, like it would not let me. So that sucked. An hour. I might as well have been like at a sit-down restaurant. An hour to get our food from a food truck. So now it's 7 o'clock. It's past 7 o'clock, you guys, and I have not done a thing with my day. And guess what? Hard Summer starts at 1 o'clock and ends at 11. Usually raves start at like 4 or 5 and end at 2 a.m., but this one ended at 11. So I had like 3-4 hours left and I had done nothing yet. Even though the only plus thing was that my favorite artist came on at like 8:30 to 11. So I was still in the clear if I wanted to see my favorite artist. We eat our food at 7:15 and we go back in line to buy more drinks. And at this point, I'm just like, I bought so many drinks. They had to buy me a drink that like didn't even really hit me that much. I just feel shitty from the Bombay. I'm tired, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm bored, honestly, from like the festival because Hard Summer is not very fun. Hard Summer is not like the most lit festival. It's honestly last on my list. It's just not my favorite. It's not the most exciting. Made up with Seb like while we were eating the french fries, but then my attitude came back real quick and it just was unlike me. But I was going back and forth like I was freaking different personality bitch. And so Seb's apologizing again. He's like, I just want to say again, like, I'm so sorry. Like, just being genuine and nice as he is, normal. And I'm over here like,
it's fine, I just feel like my day's ruined. It's totally fine. Like,
and so he's like,
really? Okay, I don't want to deal with this anymore. If you're going to be talking to me like this and acting like this and not responding to what I'm saying, then I'm just gonna go then. I'm just gonna go.
And we had taken my car to Hard Summer and he would have had to like Uber home or like something. I don't really know what he meant by like, I'm gonna go. So I was just kind of like thinking that he wasn't gonna leave or like walk away or anything like that because I had the keys at this point. I'd actually taken them from him and I had the keys at this point. So I was like, okay, in my head, like if he wants to go, well then he's gonna have to Uber. That's why he wouldn't leave. Like that's so dumb. Like I have the keys, I have our way home, like how would he just not leave? But my pride was getting in the way and I was just like, okay, like go ahead, like whatever, go ahead, leave me then. I kept kind of pushing him away and being like, okay, leave then. And he was like raising his voice and like people around us were starting to look, like the people in the drink line, and I could like feel the eyes on us kind of. I could like tell people knew we were fighting because our voices were getting raised. And finally he was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave, like basically bye. And I'm like kind of freaking out at this point because I am with Tori and Aaron, but like I have my keys to my car. I'm gonna have to drive home an hour and I don't have my glasses, but I didn't think about that yet. And I need my glasses to drive or else I'm completely blind. And so I watch him and he like walks away a little bit into the crowd. Mind you, I am an hour away from home at a festival, technically by myself. If I lost Tori and Aaron, I'm completely by myself. You know, like he is my rock, he's my sidekick, you know, he's like the person that I stay with. So now I'm like starting to feel this like intense feel of anxiety. And so I see him like kind of walk away and he continues to go for a good like 10-15 seconds, and like all of a sudden I just feel all these emotions come over me and I just like kind of started like crying a little bit, and I was just like, Tori and Aaron, like I want to go home. And I just like said that to them as I started crying, and I turned around and like started walking because I had a straight shoot to the entrance where we came in, like where our car was parked. So I pretty much just started like walking directly behind me and I was just like, guys, I gotta go, I want to go home. And I just like couldn't like get my emotions together at that point, and so I turn away and I start walking slowly, assuming Sebastian's gonna come back, assuming like they might be coming after me. I don't know what was going on in my head. It's nobody's job to come after me or find me, and if Sebastian wanted to leave, then he had every right because I was being a total rude person to him. As I'm like starting to walk away, I can feel Tori and Aaron kind of start to come after me. I can see Sebastian kind of coming back as well. I just thought like they were gonna catch up to me, but I kept walking because I was just being like emotional and like didn't want to stop anyone or like go after anyone or like come back. I just wanted to keep keep going because I just didn't know how I was feeling in that moment. I was just upset. I wasn't having a good day and I just didn't want to be there in my head. And so thinking that they all knew where I was and were like slowly coming after me, it was a good like 30 seconds. Didn't hear anyone tap my shoulder, didn't see anyone come talk to me. 45 seconds, a minute, and I'm just continually walking and I'm like halfway towards the exit. And I look back and literally nobody's behind me. I am in the middle of a festival, and if you don't know this, festivals have absolutely no service. I just lost every single person that I was with at a rave in the middle of Fontana, California. Being completely unfamiliar where I am. I start freaking out a little more. I start panicking, knowing that there's literally no way, as long as I'm inside the festival, for me to get a hold of them. There is literally no way. I'm looking back, I'm like, I thought they like knew where I was. Like, I saw Seb like walking back. I saw them like coming after me. Like, I'm confused. Where did they go? We all lost each other. I just kept walking and I was like, oh my god, and in my head I'm like, what the hell do I do? I just realized I don't have my glasses. Seb's not here. How am I gonna get a hold of Seb? Where is he going? I didn't want him to leave. I don't want him to like go somewhere or like break up with me, or like, I don't know what he's doing. I want to know where he is. I want to be with him, and I just lost my friends. So I am like hyperventilating at this point, like freaking out. And it might seem dramatic, but like when you still have the tiniest bit of drunk in you and it's hot and you're in the middle of nowhere with no service pretty much, and you don't know where your boyfriend is and you just got in a big fight. Like, I love Sebastian to death. I would never want to see him go off. Like, I did not ever want him to like think I really wanted him to go, because I didn't. And so I walk and I'm like, crap, if I leave this festival, you can't come back in. So I'm not gonna see my favorite artist. I'm gonna lose my friends, lose my boyfriend, and I literally came here for nothing. Didn't see one performance, didn't see anything but cry, get upset, and like have a bad time. And so I like sit on this grass right before the exit. So I'm just like bawling my eyes out. Like, I'm like so upset. The police are coming up to me, ground control is coming up to me asking me what's wrong. She's like so worried about me. She's trying to have me use her phone and like get service, but I couldn't get any freaking service. And so I'm like freaking out, like I am alone. I am completely alone right now. And she's like, go back into the festival, go have fun. And I'm just like, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend just broke up. I don't even know if he's still at the festival. Like, what the hell? I can't go have fun. And I'm like trying to explain that, but like she was just trying to help me, and it was so sweet. So I take my little ass, I get up and I go, I gotta leave this festival right now. I need to either start driving home in daytime because I don't have my glasses, or I just need to go. I need to get service. I need something, because there's no way I can do this right now and just sit here and like be fine for the next 3 hours. So I start bawling my eyes out, walking out of this festival so upset, knowing that it's gonna be either hard to get back in or I'm not gonna be able to get back in. So I walk out and I'm walking alone. Literally no one's walking with me because no one's leaving the festival yet, and I'm walking alone to the car. I finally find my car. I'm like really far away. I sit down in it and I start bawling even harder than I was, not knowing where my boyfriend is. Did he leave me? Are we really breaking up? Where are my friends? I don't want to leave the festival. I didn't even get to see my favorite acts. I was so sad. And so I finally get a call from Tori all of a sudden, and Tori calls me and she's like, oh my god, I got a hold of you. Olivia, I don't even know how she had service. There's like no way she should have service, but I think she like turned the LTE off on her phone. And she was like, Sebastian can't hear you, but he says if you're still there at the car right now and you haven't left him yet, he's gonna go run there right now and he'll be there in a second. And at first I was like, okay, maybe he's not mad. Like, I didn't really think he was like mad. So I was told that he's gonna come to the parking lot and to wait right there. Now, I was never going to leave him. I was never ever going to leave Sebastian. That was never my plan. That was never my goal. I just needed to go to the car or do something and get service. Or if I didn't find anyone and no one wanted to contact me, I just had to go home. I'm like waiting there and he's calling me, and I finally get his call and he's like, you left me. And I was just as mad as him. I had texted him, but they didn't go through, and I was like, you left me, like freaking out. Like, even though we both kind of left each other, we both kind of like were over dramatic and like ended up getting lost from each other. And he was so upset, and he was like, you know, like abandoning me is like the biggest trigger of mine. I'm so upset. I don't want to be with you if you're gonna be like this. And he was like really making me feel like crap, but rightfully so, because I really did overreact. I really did make this something that didn't have to happen like that. And I was like honestly mad at myself. So I'm just listening to this like, yeah, like you're honestly right. Like, I really am, like, I suck. And I was just like realizing a lot. Like, I'd never seen Sebastian like this, because he's the nicest, most genuine, like sweetest guy. And the fact that he was like so upset at me was like crazy, because I'd never seen him like that. And he really thought I left, and I was trying to explain it to him, and I was like, I just needed service. I lost you guys. I really didn't want to to go, like I don't want to lose you over this, like, and he kept hanging up on me, and he would hang up, and I would freak out even more because I'm in the middle of like a now almost really dark parking lot, not knowing where I was. I lost my car again, okay? I lost my car again because I was at it, and then I started wandering the parking lot and like freaking out and crying and trying to call Sebastian, and I lost my car again. And the police were coming up to me like, I think there's a guy over there looking for you, like, are you okay, what's going on, like trying to question me and stuff. So the police, literally multiple policemen in the parking lot, were now coming after me and like talking to me and like trying to figure out what was up. And I was like, no, it's okay, I just need to find my boyfriend, I need to find my boyfriend. And he just kept like hanging up. He was so upset at me, you guys, because he does not like being left or feeling like I left him, and he worries about me so much. So he was worrying about me on top of feeling like I left him, and it was like the scared and most like angry I've ever seen him. I've really never seen him like that, and I felt so bad because I knew like I fucked up. It takes a lot for me to realize I fucked up because I don't like to admit my wrongs, okay? So I'm just like sitting here like, yeah, I really started all this, I'm really making our day miserable. He's like, now we left the festival, I can't find you. Oh my god, I'm just gonna go to my dad's, like I'm gonna go get my stuff and I'll leave you alone forever at the apartment. I'll go stay with my dad. I know you don't want to be with me, you're not acting like you want to be with me, like all this like dramatic stuff. And I was bawling my eyes out, you guys, like bawling my eyes out, lost in this parking lot. Sebastian was lost. He walked around like the entire freaking like Auto Club Speedway trying to find me, not knowing where I was, and he was like, you did this to us, like you made us leave, like all this stuff. And so I'm bawling my eyes out, having anxiety, cannot breathe, and I'm on the floor of this parking lot at night. Now it's like 8:30 maybe, and I see these headlights on in this car, and this girl gets out and she's like, honey, are you okay? And like immediately when she said that, and I found like someone I could talk to because I was alone with like police officers for the last like hour with like my boyfriend yelling at me on the phone. I was like, no, and I went into her arms and I just like hugged her, and she was like an angel. She was a savior in that moment. I just hugged her so tight. She was like hugging me. She was like, you're beautiful, it's gonna be okay, what happened? And I'm like kind of explaining it to her. She was like trying to make me feel so much better. I think her name was like Danielle or something, and she was like a 26-year-old psychologist. I don't know, but she was literally an angel. I love her so freaking much. Like I needed that in that moment. I literally felt like I was going to die of anxiety and like alone in this parking lot. Like I could not even help myself in this moment. And so she's like taking care of me, and then I see Sebastian walking towards us, and he goes, she left me, and he was like all upset, and I was like, I didn't leave him, and I was still crying in her arms. And then she kind of like lets us go because she knows like we need to talk and things like that. So like he walks away to go smoke a cigarette, which he doesn't really do just at raves. I tell him not to, trust me. And I'm just standing there like walking towards him slowly, just sobbing, you guys, outside of this festival when we should be inside and not fighting. And he's like, so like, why is this happening? Like, why did you do this? Like, why did you leave me? I'm like, I'm so upset. I don't want to be with you if this is gonna happen. But like, we don't mean things like that. Like, we are literally twin flames. Just letting you guys know, like, we are freaking twin flames. And when we make each other mad, we make each other mad. But there's like nothing here I could do that would ever make us like leave each other. We're literally like yin and yang, twin flame, like fight so hard but come back together even better. Like, that's like the definition of our relationship. People are slowly coming back into the parking lot because people are leaving and they're seeing us yelling and they're walking past us. It's so awkward, but we can't help it. It literally made me realize so much because it made me realize that like he wasn't wrong. Dude, I maybe am making his experience not fun. I am making him do too much, and he's trying to apologize. Like, I made it hell for him when he just did everything to make me feel better, and he did the most to try to make the situation better. And there's little details that I'm not going to talk about, and not like things that he did that he was trying to make it better. There was just a lot of things that he did, and like it all came to me, and I just realized everything. Like, he tries so hard to make me happy, and sometimes I just shit on him, and I just have an attitude that like I need to get rid of. All he really wanted was like an apology, and I didn't realize that because I don't like to say sorry. I don't like to admit my wrongs, but I'm working on it. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to leave to get service. I would never leave you. All this stuff, just freaking out, bawling, you guys. I didn't stop crying for 2 or 3 hours. I was bawling. Basically, we kind of realized what time it was, and then we were just trying to figure out what to do, and it was just awkward because we had fought so hard for the last hour. I literally thought we were going to break up. I was so convinced we were done and that he was done with me because I'd pushed him to a point. I pushed people away, and I do it to him so much because he's so sweet and he's always there for me. I was like, okay, I'm going back in the festival. I'm gonna figure it out. And like through my tears, I'm like, I'm gonna go back in. I want to see the last act. I don't know if you want to come with me. And he was like,
okay, we'll talk about this later.
Let's go. And so we're just kind of like putting our pride to the side. We go back into the festival and we walk up to the girl that does the ticket things. So we'd already scanned our ticket to go in once, and you're not allowed to scan it more than once. So I go up to her and she scans it, and she scans Sebastian's, and they go red dead exes. And she's like, nope, sorry, you gotta go talk to somebody and see why your tickets aren't working. So Sebastian goes to talk to someone, just thinking like, oh fuck, you know, we're screwed. And I'm like, honestly, we came in here once, but we were fighting. I've been crying for a few hours if you can't tell. We've been fighting really hard. We just want to go see the last act. We haven't seen anyone today. I'm also a passport member, the like exclusive passport thing. And she sees my passport thing and she goes, okay, you guys are good. And I was like, oh my god, that's all it took. I don't know why that got me back in, but it did. And she said we were good. So we walked right through and we went to go see the few last acts, DJ Snake, B2B Mala, but we saw them for like 2 seconds because it was too crowded, and then Alice in Wonderland, who I have a huge love for now. But even more sad, even to make this day even worse, the owner, the creator of Insomniac that makes all these raves, was there, and he had replied to me and like reposted my story about like a meetup with him at this festival. So I was like prepared to meet him, like he knew, and I missed him by 30 minutes because me and Sebastian were fighting. I missed him by 30 minutes. He was literally where we were getting drinks 15 minutes before. I wanted to cry, so I wanted to meet him so freaking bad, and I missed him because me and Sebastian were fighting. So that's like basically the story. We ended up just driving home and Sebastian was apologizing to me and I was like, it's okay. And we both kind of like realized our wrongs, and I honestly think that it made us stronger, like a lot stronger. Really quick, just to like go over day 2. Day 2 was a lot better. We actually had a much better connection. Me and Seb were like a lot happier. We weren't in bad moods when we woke up. It was just like a really good day, and we kind of just realized like if we really did lose each other that we'd be so unhappy, and we didn't want to, and we wanted to change the things that bother each other, you know what I mean? And I feel like we're really working on it now, and we really worked on it that day, and it was just like a really good day, and we learned a lot from it. But one thing I can say is day 2, somebody stole Aaron's phone right out of his pocket. So Hard Summer can be kind of ratchet, okay? Just right out of his pocket. Didn't even care, pickpocketed the crap out of Aaron. So upsetting, so lame. Screw anyone that does that. Why are you there to steal phones? So that kind of put a damper on the day for everyone because that was sad. I mean, I can imagine if that happened to us. But yeah, other than that, that's like pretty much how me and Sebastian almost broke up. We had the most intense fight at a festival because I pretty much went psycho. He went psycho. We saw sides of each other that I have never seen, that we have never seen. You know those pictures that I have the jewel face mask on and the pink fuzzy outfit? And my eyes, yeah, I was bawling for hours. Like, I don't know if you can tell, like that was crying eyes. I wasn't on anything, I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high, like I was crying. That's all that was, just sober crying, droopy, tired. Like, it was not cute. So I tried to hide it in those photos, but you can kind of tell. So that was like not the best festival ever, and that's why I didn't vlog, because I spent the entirety of day 1 fighting with my boyfriend in a parking lot with police all around us and strangers having to comfort me, and the worst fight we've ever had. Almost broke up, but it worked out to where we're actually even better and closer than we were before, because we've learned a lot, I've learned a lot, and I've taken a lot out of that. It's really important for you to listen to your partner and really understand them and change the bad qualities about you instead of just saying that's just how I am, because I've always been like that, and I'll always just be like, oh, I'm a Scorpio, I'm crazy, like, and I can be, and I am, but like it's really important for me to work on it because I see how much it can hurt somebody that I care about so much, and I don't want to be like that, you know? Like, I need to be more accepting and willing to accept apologies and not so harsh when things don't go my way. It was honestly crazy, but yeah. So that is pretty much how I went psycho at a concert, why I didn't vlog. That was just my quick story time. I hope you enjoyed it, but if you're ever going through a fight with someone, just know you will get over it. Things will get better. Just listen to what they say, apologize, do not have your pride be more important than the other person's feelings, and that's what Sebastian has taught me because I have way too much pride sometimes. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on social media, the links are down below, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a video. So I love you guys so much, and I will see your lovely, beautiful faces in my next video. Bye, guys.